This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
Now you and I have a big challenge set up for ourselves.
Oh, I love challenges somewhat.
Next week, we should keep the train going and we should go ahead and watch November 22nd. But then I say we pause the watch along format for a minute.
Okay.
We throw out the format for a minute.
All right.
And we have a very special guest or two or three or what have you for the week before Starrcade.
Uh-huh.
And then I think as your Thanksgiving Day tradition continues, which means, by the way, maybe, we could do it. We'll still do it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But as you're getting ready, you're brining the turkey. You can watch it with us.
Yeah. On
Starrcade 86.
So the week of the 22nd, it'll drop for Patreon on the 22nd, everybody else on the 24th.
Yep.
So you're talking about the weekend of the 15th of November through the 17th. That's when we should break away from the norm.
Yes. And just so you know, Arn Anderson, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, Ric Flair, Nikita Koloff, Paul Ellering, Dennis Condrey, Jim Cornette, Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon, Ron Garvin, Boogie Woogie, Bill Dundee. I'm just saying, Crusher Khrushchev, Dutch Mantell.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garvin. A lot of different guys were on this show that we could pull from.
Uh-huh.
And I have a lot of their numbers.
Okay. Then here's an idea.
Oh, Baby Doll too. I didn't mention her, but.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, she kind of no-showed us one time, didn't she?
She's got a good story she wants to tell. You're burying her unnecessarily.
I'm not burying her unnecessarily. I'm just asking, didn't she do a no-show on ad-free shows? And if somebody does a no-show, do you go back to that once again? So I'd like to hear a story. I always did love Nicola, but I was just throwing a question out there. No shows are bad for business.
I was trying to have fun here and you brought us to a screeching halt. So here's the keys. You do your thing and I'll nod.
No, let me ask you this. You have a lot of telephone numbers.
Yeah.
Why don't you give them to Dave Silva and ask Silva to set these people up for us?
The question is, who do we want? I was looking to make a wish list. I can tell you don't want Baby Doll, which is rude and hurtful.
No, it shouldn't be rude and hurtful. I tell you who I would like to get. I'll think of it here in a minute.
Here's the thing. The idea is, boys and girls, in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about 1986 with probably multiple folks. And we haven't booked it yet, but we know we can because candidly, we got it like that. So we'll grab a couple of guests. We'll have a little bit of fun. But I think when it comes to watching 1986, we go back to we call our old pal and see if Mr. David Crockett is available to watch 1986 with us one more time.
You talking about having him for Starrcade?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I think it will be a lot of fun and, the proper way to celebrate your Thanksgiving. So
right
between you and I, let's try to do the old 1-2 punch. See if we can make him, come around to our way of seeing things, if you will. By the way, it's worth mentioning this year's Starrcade. It's a big one. 16,000 folks in Greensboro at the Coliseum. It's a sellout. And Atlanta has 14,000 people in the Omni. So there's 30,000 people who were watching Starrcade 86 in person, plus closed circuit locations in Columbia, South Carolina, which sold out, Charleston, West Virginia, Kansas City, Missouri, Jacksonville, Florida, Cincinnati, Ohio, Norfolk, Virginia, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Albany, Georgia, which is pretty awesome when you think about all those different locations. I mean, this was just gangbuster business, man.
It was ahead of its time. It really was. I'm surprised that Spartanburg didn't get some as well, and maybe Greenville, South Carolina, those locations, but I guess they thought maybe they could make their way on down to Atlanta to see it. I don't know. But yeah, it was quite an event. And then, of course, the following year, we took Starrcade out of the South, didn't we?
Yep, 87 killed it all, Daddy.
Yep, it did. The movement didn't kill it all, but it certainly didn't help it. going to Chicago in the UIC Pavilion that year, which obviously we'll get to eventually. But yeah, we're talking about the last of the good old days in many ways. Just how things evolve. Wrestling evolves, wrestling changes. Sorry, am I bringing you down again?
It feels like you're getting sad a little.
Yeah, I'm sad of the way it used to be. I really am. Because I remember how much. I really remember this. I remember how damn much passionate and how much love I had of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling in the 70s. And then after I graduated from college and I started my career in baseball, I stayed with it a little bit, but not as closely because my life had changed. But I remember my college days, my high school days. Jesus, was that fun. And of course they are chronicled on Butts and Seats, just how much I loved it. And I miss the old days. So there you go. And, nostalgia is quite an elixir.
And buddy, if you can't get enough of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, let me plug once again, midatlanticgateway.com. It's an unbelievable job that they do over there. Dick Bourne and friends have put together, I don't know, it's got to be the definitive. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I can't think of a bigger, better Jim Crockett site than that one.
Nothing close to it. Really, nothing close to it.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.